Once upon a time in a land filled with magic and adventure, there lived a young girl named Ellie who had a peculiar hobby. Instead of playing with dolls or playing outside like other children her age, Ellie loved collecting buttons. She had buttons of all shapes, sizes, and colors, and she kept them stored in an old, worn-out button box that had been passed down from her grandmother. One day, while exploring her grandmother's attic, Ellie stumbled upon an ancient-looking book tucked away in a dusty corner. As she opened the book, its yellowed pages whispered secrets of forgotten lore. Among its archaic script and cryptic illustrations, Ellie discovered a tale about a magical land hidden within the realm of buttons. This mystical place was known as the Button Kingdom, where every button had a life of its own and the queen of the buttons ruled over them all. Intrigued and yearning for an escape from her ordinary life, Ellie decided to embark on a quest to find this hidden kingdom. Armed with her trusty button box and a heart full of wonder, she set off into the woods near her home. The forest was dense and dark, and Ellie soon realized that she was lost. Fear began to creep upon her like a shadow, whispering doubts and warnings in her ear. Just when her courage started to dwindle, Ellie remembered the tales from the ancient book. She took a deep breath, closed her eyes, and made a wish. Wishing to be reunited with her lost button box, she tossed the first button from her pocket, the color of sunset, a fiery orange. A warm breeze suddenly rustled through the trees, and when Ellie opened her eyes, she found herself standing in a clearing bathed in golden light. And before her lay her button box, seemingly glowing from within. As Ellie reached for the box, a tiny voice squeaked, "Hold your hand." Startled, Ellie looked around but couldn't see anyone. Then she noticed 4 beady eyes peering at her from the top of the box. "Who's there?" she whispered, her heart pounding. "It's me," squeaked the voice again. "Unbutton me and I'll explain." Ellie carefully unbuttoned the box and out popped a little creature resembling a mouse, except it wore a coat made of velvet and a monocle perched on its furry nose. "Who are you?" Ellie asked, her eyes wide with wonder. "I am Fitzwilliam Button, a loyal subject of the Button Kingdom, and these," he gestured to the buttons in the box with a flourish, "are no ordinary buttons. They are enchanted. Each one holds a fragment of magic, and together they form the very essence of our kingdom, the Button Kingdom," Ellie repeated, mesmerized by the tales she'd read in the ancient book. Fitzwilliam nodded, his eyes twinkling. "And you, child, possess the key to opening a portal to our realm. Only someone with a pure heart and a love for buttons could have found us. We've been waiting for you." Before Ellie could ask any more questions, Fitzwilliam scurried to the box, grabbed a handful of buttons and cried, "It's time. The queen awaits." He then jumped into the box and disappeared. With a final squeak of "Follow me," the box glowed brightly, and when Ellie reached out, she felt an irresistible pull. Taking a deep breath, she stepped inside and everything went black. When Ellie's eyes adjusted to the darkness, she found herself in a world unlike any she'd ever seen. Towering button houses in shades of crimson, sapphire, and emerald stretched towards a sky filled with swirling patterns resembling woven fabric. Tiny paths made of thread meandered between the houses, and the air hummed with the sound of distant laughter. Suddenly, a regal figure approached, adorned in robes woven from the finest silk. Her crown sparkled with gemstones, and her face, though kind, held an air of weariness. "You have come," the woman said, her voice echoing with ancient wisdom. "I am the queen of the buttons. My kingdom has been fading, its magic ebbing away, but hope is rekindled with your arrival. You, Ellie, have the power to restore our realm." Ellie, overwhelmed by the task ahead, could only manage a small nod. Sensing her uncertainty, the queen placed a comforting hand on Ellie's shoulder. "Do not fret, child. Though your journey will be fraught with challenges, you shall not walk this path alone. Come with me, and I shall guide you." Thus began Ellie's extraordinary adventure within the Button Kingdom. Accompanied by the Queen and Fitzwilliam, she traversed landscapes that shifted and changed with every step, each place more fantastical than the last. They journeyed through the whispering woods, where trees swayed and murmured secrets, their leaves rustling tales of the kingdom's forgotten history. Ellie listened intently, gathering clues about her role in restoring the Button Kingdom's magic. As they ventured deeper into this enchanting realm, Ellie encountered wondrous creatures, some friendly and some not so friendly. There were playful puffballs that bounced around her, mischievous imps that tried to trick her, and wise old turtles that shared cryptic riddles. Through it all, Ellie remained steadfast, her determination to help the Button Kingdom fueled by the kindness and belief of its inhabitants. However, amidst the beauty and wonder, Ellie couldn't shake off a growing unease. The vibrant colors of the kingdom seemed to be losing their luster, and the joyous laughter of the buttons sounded increasingly faint. It became evident that the longer she hesitated, the more the kingdom's magic faded. Realizing the urgency of the situation, Ellie pressed on, driven by a newfound sense of purpose. Her path led her to the Crystal Caverns, a place of dazzling beauty where giant quartz crystals shimmered, reflecting 1,000 different hues of light. At the cavern's heart, Ellie discovered a massive crystal, its facets dull and lifeless. The queen explained that this was the source of the kingdom's magic, and its dimming light mirrored their fading hope. To reignite the crystal and restore the kingdom, Ellie needed to collect 7 magical threads. These threads, spun from moonlight, laughter, kindness, courage, friendship, wisdom, and dreams, held the power to heal and rejuvenate the Crystal Cavern. With renewed determination, Ellie set out to gather the threads. Guided by the Queen and Fitzwilliam, she faced trials that tested her resolve, her kindness, her wit, and her courage. In the Moonlight Meadow, she helped a family of moonbeams reunite with their mother, earning a thread spun from moonlight. In the Laughter Grove, she played games with the impish sprites, filling the air with joyous peals of laughter, which wove itself into a thread of pure delight. But not all the threads were created in places of merriment. In the Whispering Woods, Ellie's courage was tested when she confronted a fearsome troll blocking the path to the Kindness Spring. With bravery in her heart, she offered the troll a comforting word, understanding its loneliness and despair. Moved by Ellie's compassion, the troll stepped aside, allowing her to collect the thread of kindness. As Ellie continued her quest, she found that each thread not only represented a virtue, but also wove a part of her own character, making her stronger and wiser with each step. Finally, after many adventures and trials, Ellie returned to the crystal cavern with all 7 threads. The cavern echoed with the soft glow of reawakening magic. Placing the threads at the heart of the cavern, Ellie watched as they merged into a single, radiant cord. As the cord spiraled around the massive crystal, its facets flared to life, bathing the cavern in brilliant hues. The queen and the buttons rejoiced, their voices ringing with gratitude and wonder. "You have saved us, Ellie," the queen said, her voice thick with emotion. "The button kingdom is whole again, and so is my heart." Overjoyed at having restored the button kingdom, Ellie felt a pang of sadness at the thought of leaving this magical place. But she knew her adventure was far from over, for in saving the button kingdom, she had also discovered a strength, courage and compassion within herself that would guide her through whatever challenges lay ahead. With newfound confidence, Ellie stepped back into the world of buttons and found herself once again in the familiar woods near her home. The ancient book lay open at her feet, its pages rustling softly in the breeze. Ellie picked it up, realizing that the adventure she'd experienced wasn't just a dream, but a journey of self-discovery and empowerment. As she walked back to her house, she clutched her button box close, its glow brighter than ever before. Ellie knew that the magic she'd found in the button kingdom was a part of her now, reminding her that even the smallest of things can hold the greatest of adventures and that the bravest journeys often begin with just a single step.